Disney, as we know, owns everything. They own everything. They got Marvel, they got Pixar, they got 20th Century Fox. They have it all. And with Disney having it all, there's definitely going to be some properties, some IPs, some franchises that are going to slip through the cracks when it comes to what Disney is going to develop and put out over the next coming years. And one of those studios that looks like their IPs may not be on the top priority for Disney is 20th Century Fox. This comes to us from The Wrap, and it says, between Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, Alien Romulus, and Deadpool and Wolverine, Disney has heavily built its summer slate around the IP it picked up from 20th Century Fox. But Bob Iger says it's not a sign of a larger trend. In Disney's latest earnings calls on Tuesday morning, the CEO said that while major 20th Century Fox franchises like James Gunn's Avatar series will be a part of the studio's theatrical slate, because the last one made over $1 billion. I think it got like $1.7 billion. Of course, you're going to make more of those. It is unlikely that there will be a greater IP-driven output from that label in the future. This is Bob Iger saying, we continue to look at the library to see what can be mined, Iger said, but I don't think we're necessarily going to lean into that library, but we're going to look opportunistically at it. And I'm not going to try and reread that. That's how you're going to hear it. That's how I'm going to say it. That's how it's going to be read tonight. So Disney, not interested very much in Fox IP. And look, this is kind of disappointing because I think Fox does have some really great IP that is vital to be rebooted or be remade or even continued. I mean, we have seen that Disney is not totally negating Fox. Like this article mentioned, we got Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes coming. We have Deadpool and Wolverine, which you can argue is more MCU now than it is Fox, but it's still incorporating Fox characters. So I'll allow that one. That one's Fox. I'll allow it. And they did have like Prey come out. We have Alien Romulus coming out. They had Home Sweet Home Alone on Disney Plus. God help them. They did that and they made it and I watched it. But so they haven't been completely ignoring 20th Century Fox. But when they bought 20th Century Fox, it really wasn't any mystery as to why they spent like $60 billion acquiring 20th Century Fox. You'd think they'd want to do something with their properties, but when they acquired that, they were really looking at the library to incorporate into Disney Plus. It was all about building Disney Plus for them back in those days when they acquired Fox, and they wanted to be able to put their stuff on Disney Plus. And now they have that. And yeah, when you're Disney and you have Marvel and you got Pixar and you've got your Disney animation and you got your Disney live action and then you got 20th Century Fox, which, let's face it, kind of the adopted child into Disney a little bit. It makes sense that Disney would want to focus more on their properties. You know, Marvel's thriving, Pixar thrives, the Disney animation does well, and you can only put out so much on your slate every year, and every year I do feel like Disney would probably lean more towards their products than Fox's products. I imagine that what we're seeing now will probably end up being the trend is we'll get a couple Fox movies here and there every couple of years. Probably most of their properties will be put onto Disney Plus because I think Disney is just going to want to focus on their stuff mostly. And is that a little bit disappointing? I think so, because 20th Century Fox was a great studio. I mean, 20th Century Fox is a legendary studio in Hollywood history. So to see it kind of be bought up like this, sucked into the mouse's vortex, and then treated kind of like the afterthought, that is a little bit disappointing as a fan. But from Disney's perspective, as a business side, I can understand why they'd want to, put more into the products that are going to fuel their parks and fuel their merchandise and fuel this for Disneyland and all that kind of stuff. But we'll have to wait and see what the future of Fox's legacy is going to be at Disney. But as far as this news goes, it's disappointing for me, but it's not surprising at the same time. Well, thank you very much for checking out this clip from our live show that we do every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time called Zach Milne Talks Live. If you like talking movies, if you like talking movie news, why don't you consider hitting that subscribe button before you leave? We do that on this channel all the time. But if you still need some time before you fully commit, you can check out the full video this clip is from right here, and you can check out another video over here. The subscribe button's right here.